This is an example of how to create a time series plot in R. As always, we need to put the data set into R. So I'm just going to copy and paste it in. I'm calling this data set dates. I want it to read a CSV file, and the address for the CSV file is right there. These are in lecture notes, and the homework file names are in the homework files. It's always a good idea to look at what the dates look like, what the data looks like. So here's what this data set looks like. It has day, time, and rooms. So there's 3 variables in this data set. The day is what we're really interested in, but if you notice that Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, most programs wouldn't be able to deal with data in that terminology. So we're going to actually recreate a new one called time, which is just the time since day 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and so forth. And then you have the rooms. And all we have to do is plot these up. So our data file is called dates. We're going to go into the $ says we want to use this variable, and we want to use the variable time. And then we use dates, and we want to plot that with rooms. And then we're going to put a title on, and you could call this number of rooms versus day. You can call these anything you want. Just make sure you put them in the quotes. And then your XLab might be time, and that might be measured in days since day 1. And then your YLab would be maybe number of rooms. Now when I plot this up, oh, I accidentally forgot my equal sign here. I put a dash instead, so we'll do it with an equal sign. And now I get a nice little plot. You can't see it, so I'm going to go ahead and shrink it down a little bit so that you can see it. And here's our nice plot of our data. Now the problem is that this axis here goes not from 0, and we really want to start at 0. So we're going to go ahead and change this to start at 0. So going back into the R console, use the up arrow to bring back the last thing you just typed in, and we want to change our Y limits. We want our y-axis to always start at 0 and then go up to 80, look like the top we had to go to. Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot something. You also have to say y limit, and you want to combine the numbers 0 to 80. Alright, so now if we go back to our graph window, we can see a nice little graph going on here. Now the only thing is that time series actually connect the dots, because you can say that this one, then this one, then this one, then this one. So we're going to actually ask it to connect the dots without closing this window. You need to make sure this window stays open. Without closing this window, leave that window in the background. You're going to go into lines. And then you do the same thing. Dates, time, and dates, rooms. You don't need anything else because you're just putting this on top of the graph you've already created. So if you hit enter and you now go back to the graph, you will see nice little times going on here. And that's it for creating a time series plot.